Welcome to the Broski Doodles podcast. It's your boy KIKO Cervantes, and today we got you with a perfect episode. The whole crew is here. Adrian, you've missed him. I mean, this kid is hard to get. I mean, DJ PJ, the darkest DJ in all of South Florida. He is trying to get northern, but it is a little hard because he does need to keep, the people in the South, happy with the dark sounds. Would you say, DJ BJ, that the people that consume your art form need it on a weekly basis?
Oh man, they need it almost by the hour.
Oh shit! You being in this podcast is taken away from their.
I mean, they're able to listen to the old sets, but it's nothing like the live,
Nothing like the live, right?
Nothing like in person.
It keeps them alive. It keeps them going.
And in your case, Adrian, I see that you're moving around the house. I see that you're on the phone.
You're on the go.
Are you on the go? Like, what's happening?
Are they after you? Like, what's going on? Is that why you've been lost for so long?
So I'm being moved around, all around the house. But these days, I don't have any space to myself. So right now, I'm being nimble, going into any crevice that I can to record because I miss you guys. I know the fans miss me. So I'm out here making it happen any way possible.
I love the way you said it, like just into any crevice.
Right. Like anywhere I can, I can hide. And why is it? Is it like you're trying to stay in a crevice, hide because just like family matters, like family? I mean, not that family matters, like they do matter, but I'm saying because of family-related macro management.
Or is it because the FBI is secretly after you because of what you did
last summer?
We'll talk about weight.
It could be both, but I'm not going to incriminate myself by answering that. Right. So I'm going to go back to what Kiko was saying.
Let's say you can neither confirm nor deny.
Right.
Correct. But I am in hiding.
One thing that I wonder, like one of the main things that we do on the podcast as we connect on a weekly basis is like really do a bit of a therapy, right? And for people that don't have that much money or their insurance doesn't really cover these type of things, you can use the podcast as like a shady, mediocre therapy session. But I understand, that for us, like, DJ BJ and I talk about it a lot. It really helps. And Adrian, you've been out for a while. I understand, you have your life, you have kids, you have things that happen. But I wonder, like, sometimes you might get sad. You might start asking yourself,
right.
Hey, what's the purpose of life? Like, what's the purpose of my existence? I kind of need to speak to the boys and see what's good. And I kind of wanted to ask you guys, because I've been pondering about this thought for a minute. Is talking to your boys about your problems and crying even a weak feature?
I think the crying part might be weak.
Okay.
In a very machista viewpoint that I have. But I do think that these therapy type sessions and speaking and being like, hey man, I'm going through this. What's your advice? Have you gone through this? I feel like that is a strong, emotionally mature man. It takes an emotionally mature man to do that sort of thing.
Emotionally mature man. It's kind of like what I'm looking for.
Shit.
No, but it isn't. Yeah, that's crazy, right? Like okay, so maybe the crying part. I mean, depending. Like, hey, bro, somebody passed. Can I cry a little bit?
Yeah,
a little bit. You can cry a little bit.
A little bit, like 5 minutes.
5 minutes. Like my wife left me, and she's now become a lesbian. Or non-binary, as she says it. Can I cry a little bit? Can I be like, damn, bro? You think my dick turned her? Like, she had my dick and she's like, yeah, I never want to see any dick again in my life. Like, did I fuck her biology?
Convert?
Yeah, like, can I cry? Okay, so you're saying if it's life-changing, I mean, which everything is life-changing, but greatly life-changing,
so
then you can shed a tear. But aside from that, let's talk about it, but don't be too feminine about it.
Life changing. Yeah. So I bought a house. Can I cry?
Oh my god!
I never knew this day would come. I knew it.
I mean, like, I'll be honest with you. If I'm with the Krewski, right, having some, wet noodles with the broski doodles, and like one of us, right, like gets an achievement that's like fire, like, whatever it is, a contract, that thing, or like whatever, you sold the IPO for $13 billion. I'll shed a tear like, damn, bro.
Now we made it.
We good. Like, we're about to buy like maybe 20 Taco Bells. Run those motherfuckers. Like, isn't that like what Rick Ross, he bought a bunch of Wingstops? That's just so that you can just, like, you can like flex with that shit. You can get your Taco Bell to make like new items that are just available locally.
In your Taco Bell.
Right, you take over the whole South Florida region of Taco Bell.
Oof.
You feel me? But anyways, going back to the thing, like, okay, so if like success happens and you come to me like, bro, I'm crying, man, like, damn, I can't believe this. Like, I'll hug you and I'll hold you tender and make sure that you feel, that feedback. I'll do that for you guys.
Yeah.
Would you do that for me?
Are we recording?
I think the question was, even though you would do that, would you then think of that person as weak?
Right. Mm-hmm. No, not at all. I would think of them as a emotionally mature man.
Go like that one.
And that's fire.
I think the weakness comes from what you're crying about.
Okay.
You're crying in the context of something being sad, and you're like, "Oh man, this week was rough at work. My coworker, my boss talking, like you're venting your problems." Then that comes off as kind of weakish. Or is it?
I mean, so, like you could argue that, like, everybody goes through a personal struggle, and they're not constantly talking about it.
Yeah.
So, like, the fact that you feel to voice your thoughts about your personal life, I mean, we're all going through it.
This is funny how like the way that we're talking about this to some people might look like, oh yeah, like these guys are toxic masculine guys that are saying like, hey, yeah, we all go through it, like get on it and fucking fix your problem. Don't come at me with like your weekly problems at work, right? And that might sound harsh to some people, but the other day I was having a conversation in the Spanish podcast that I do with Chef Maurice, and he was telling me that in his kitchen he has this cook, right? That's like super like, let's say, sensitive, right? And he's always like, oh my God, I can't take this stress. Like, oh no, you can't talk to me. Like, oh my God, no, I can't do this. And Chef Maurice was like, bro, you don't think that also when I go to sleep at night, I question about every decision I've made in my life, and I have the world in my shoulders. I have a new kid. I don't even know how the fuck to go through my life. Yeah, we all go through that. And in a way, it's not that you don't care about the other person's shit. It's like, yeah, bro, we all are scared and don't know what the fuck is happening. Is that sort of the emotion, or maybe I went too far? I don't know.
Yeah, no, and then like, you're succumbing to those same situations that we've already been through, So the fact that you are now allowing yourself to stop your whole world to throw this kind of like pity party for yourself,
right?
Then,
because this is the thing. Like, I agree with helping our boys,
of course,
in the situations that it merits it,
of course.
But yeah, if you are causing negativity to me, where I'm already maybe, it's difficult for me to deal with negativity in my own life, then it's like, now you're fucking me up.
Exactly.
Shit. And I think there's like maybe not a thin line, maybe it's a pretty thick line, but I think people confuse it. Like, if somebody comes to, like, I have friends, right, that I love a lot, but when they come to me, it's always with problems. It's always like some shit that's happening, and it's like, I can help you once and twice, and I don't want this to come off like a shitty, like, I can help you once or twice, but I have my own demons that I'm dealing with on a daily basis. You feel me? Like, and I think we all are. Like, so when people are like, no, I go through anxiety, I go through depression, I kind of feel like you're being narcissist. And it's like, yeah, we all go through it, and we're not out there singing it to everybody and creating this fucking attention. By the way, I saw some shit on Instagram today that annoys me the fuck out of me. When somebody takes a picture of themselves, like in the hospital, and they post it on social media, like, yo, bro, go through your illness on your own, dog.
Yeah,
you feel me? Recover or some shit. That shit is so like, I feel so sad for them. I'm sorry, I don't know why I went there, but like, I had to.
No, that's true. I totally believe that. Like, oh, I'm in the hospital tonight. Like, pray for me. Make sure that everything's okay. Like, no,
like they take a picture of the tag that they give you in your hand.
Like, it doesn't say your date of birth and stuff like that.
And the caption is here again.
He's like, I'll get through it. Bro, and a lot of those people are like, they have like what's it called? The one that
Munchkin?
No, the Munchausen syndrome. Fuck, I can't even speak anymore.
Munchausen syndrome.
Munchausen syndrome.
Is that German?
Like, yeah, the German guy. So it's like I think Munchausen syndrome is when you always want to think your son is sick, so you always take him to the hospital. No, that's not it.
Munchausen syndrome.
Munching out.
Munchausen syndrome for yourself.
Oh, for yourself, that you always think you're sick.
Yeah, Munchausen's by proxy. That's when you think that your son or your daughter or your.
This is what we have a DJ / science major, and
resident doctor in the house.
I love how Adrian keeps testing if the internet is gonna go out outside his house, and it always like he keeps freezing.
It's like he has like an ankle bracelet, like an ankle monitor. Whenever he gets too far out, the Wi-Fi turns off.
Yeah. But if he goes in, then he hears his family, and he's like, "Fuck, I can't do this."
And you're still saying that you're not being chased.
Damn, like the whole topic that we started was about like, is it cool like speaking to your friends about your problems and shit? And now we're like, hey bro, don't come to me with that shit.
No.
Bro, keep the problems at your crib.
I think it all depends on what the context is. If it's something like serious that like merits have a conversation. Because if it's something simple like anxiety or whatever, it's like, okay, well, like you said, people, we all go through it. Don't vent to me about this crap. I'm going through anxiety, just listening to your anxiety. But if it's something serious, like I just got a divorce with my wife and I don't know what to do, or I just started this job and it's fading and I put all my life savings into it. I need somebody to listen to me because this is rough. Like,
yeah, let's talk.
I think
that's different. Yeah.
Okay.
Those deserve those type of conversations.
That's funny. Like, I actually, like, this is very eye-opening for me because it almost feels like we're all on the same page, and it's coming from people that like, we're very, I wouldn't want to say sensitive, but we're very like sensitive to each other's feelings, and I think that we all feel comfortable with each other, like talking about some like very sentimental shit, and we wouldn't feel like, oh, this guy's gonna troll me or feel like any sort of hostility in that way. But at the same time, we're like, yeah, but we keep like our own shit in motion, and yeah, I'll go to that source if I need to when it merits it. But I almost feel like it's also a responsibility of like not fucking up other people's life either, like, because it's like everybody has our own responsibility of making enough money to keep your expenses and not be a burden to the state, but you also have to not be a social and emotional burden to your people. You feel me? Like, I think there's a responsibility to that, and like a beautiful emotional intelligence to it, where it's like, no, I recognize that I can't put my negativity on them because they're all going through their own battles, and that's part of being actually a good person.
It's like a social emotional homeostasis.
Right. I mean, you always find the word. I throw the I throw the words out.
You throw the idea out. You throw the ideas.
I throw the words out, and then you say it in like correct English with a correct pronunciation.
There's words for what you're trying to say, KIKO.
Yeah.
There's levels to this shit, bro.
It's okay, bro. It's okay. There's a dictionary, and it explains a lot.
These concepts hasn't been thought of before, and John read a book in his life.
No, but okay. No, I just wanted to run that through you guys, and it seems that we're all in the same page. For the ones at home, you already know how to subscribe to the thing, right? We're on Napster, we're on Parabay, Spotify,
Care Bear.
LimeWire.
What else is out there? Like MySpace. I think like MySpace is still out there. No, but subscribe to the thing. Let us know if like how do you feel when like people come to you with problems. How do you feel when you go to people with problems? What's your balance on that? Do you agree with us? Do you think we're being too harsh, or do you think we're being too light? Maybe you're like, hey, don't come at me with any problem.
We also recently got sponsored by Disney Minus.
Disney Minus, that's true.
Yes, it's like a lower,
it's like a lower tier. Like it only shows
like international cartoons. Like.
No, but you know what's the cool thing about Disney Minus? That Disney Minus actually shows you the movies from back in the day in the Disney Channel that weren't really successful, but that are very dear to our heart, like very nostalgic. Like that skate movie, Grind or some shit.
Oh, Brink.
Or the one in the surfer movie?
The surfer movie.
Johnny Tsunami.
But only part 2, not part 1.
You feel me? Like and Disney Minus has that. And they're in partnership with us, so that's great. If you sign up with them, we get a little cut out of that. Not too much, but enough, to
we actually have to pay. We have to pay to be on Disney Minus. So
right.
The more they subscribe, the more we gotta pay. So
yeah. So don't subscribe.
So make us pay.
Make us pay.
For being dumb.
I wanted to get to another topic. I recently heard.
Wait up.
Yeah.
Wait up, Kiko.
Yeah.
I don't know if we touched on this last topic, but so what is the appropriate response when a friend comes to you with some life advice? Because now that I'm thinking about it, a friend recently did have a pretty big issue that he was addressing and venting about. And
say the issue and say his name and last name.
Not.
No. say the bank account and the social security number for reference,
the routing and everything.
So I can keep tabs,
How much attention do you pay to the matter? Because I fully went in and put myself in his shoes and was thinking about the situation.
But can you give a little bit of context without sharing anything about him in a way so that, because you're kind of putting it in a very vague situation that is hard to gauge.
Kiko, as a matter of fact, I don't know if we should, because it feels like it's somebody that we know. Okay, so somebody is in a personal situation. Okay, then I'm going to give you a little bit more vague advice as well, because I can't really. But okay, they came at you with like a situation that merited your attention and your comfort to him.
Right, because it's a life-changing decision as to how to approach a certain decision, relationship, aspect of their life that they need to choose one or the other. Okay. Because if they don't choose, there's going to be implications to that. I'm still keeping extremely vague. I don't know how else to
Adrian talk about it without going with it, and he came back like, shit, I can't really make sense.
I'm saying a whole lot of words.
Yeah. Well, so you're asking what should be your response?
But yeah, how much attention do you give something like that?
Well, I'd say I give you a day.
Because I gave my response and I gave a day of venting.
No, I'm saying a day of like you can talk to me for a day, we can go through it. But yeah, what were you saying? You were saying that you.
So I went and I put myself in the person's shoes and giving the advice or things that I to ponder, really, because I don't really like telling somebody what to do because I'm not living their situation, I'm not in their shoes, but I would just leave open-ended questions.
I don't know if they can leave open-ended questions.
So remember, we're touching this vaguely, right? So it's really like over the top. How close are you to this person?
Bro, now you're making it all vague, bro. Like you're like asking the question.
No, like years, like 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, a year,
what letter
10 years.
Does the person name start with?
No, I think this is the thing. When I give
what color hair do they have?
These days, I don't give. Damn, that's like the Latino mom stuff. Damn, that's crazy. No, like the way that I look at it is I don't give unsolicited advice.
We lost John.
Yeah, we lost him. I don't give unsolicited advice. Like, only if you come to me and ask me, then I will tell you. And even then, I'm like, bro, again, I don't, like, I'm very, like, careful with it. I'm like, bro, I don't want to, like, this is your decision. I'm not saying this out, but this is what I think. Bam, 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 bam. And sometimes you need to, you know, you need to give it. I've given you, I mean, advice sounds like you don't have to be a higher being to do it. It was just a situation where I felt, okay, let me give you this advice. You know what I mean? Because you could get advice from anybody. You could be like a wise man and then get advice from a young kid, and you're like, oh shit, I didn't know that. You know, maybe I shouldn't call them, you know, beaners or whatever. Like your grandpa, maybe, like learning about I mean, not our grandpas, because our grandpas would be beaners, but you know, in the hypothetical situation. Although it is something common for
like our elders.
Yeah, like our elders.
An elder to say a racial slur.
Yeah, right. All right, now we lost them both. Now they're all lost.
I'm still here.
You're still here, but you're getting beat the fuck up by your mom. Adrian is disappearing in the Wi-Fi matrix. We can't hear you, Adrian. You're like gone.
I'm completely gone?
Yeah, now you're back. Go to the garage. Go next to the router and put a blanket over your head.
So I'm sorry for crashing this. My niece and nephew want to say hi.
Hello. Oh, my God.
Say hi.
They multiply.
Damn.
Hello.
Latinos like having kids.
More definitely. Give me a sec.
You make a great uncle, though. I mean, you got to say. I mean, John has always been a cool uncle. Are you guys excited? I mean,
without being an uncle.
Adrian's a father. I'm actually an uncle, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But it's getting to that age where it's like, yeah, I kind of like that whole thing, like cousins and uncles and I mean, not weird uncles. That's a cool thing. We're going to be like good uncles. Like maybe we're going to put a good reputation to, I mean, not that our uncles did anything to us, but, you know, like.
My uncle showed me what not to be.
You know, like our uncles that were cool, but I'm saying we could be even cooler uncles. You know, like we could be like, because we're going to be the uncles that like, oh, we don't know better type shit.
Yeah, like all the cool parts without the molesting.
Right, exactly. Like the cool, yeah, exactly. That's how I would have wanted it to be for me.
Right, because everything was cool until it got weird and bedtime came around.
Yeah, you're like, hey, bro, what's good?
Yeah, you've been hooking it up with sweets all day long. We've been going to Chuck E. Cheese. Why do we got to end the night like this?
Yeah, why? And then he's like, no, it's because of all that we need to end the night like this. And you're like, oh, shit. Now I get it.
Yeah, you're not that cool of an uncle anymore.
Yeah, so, you know, Uncle Raimundo is not allowed in the house anymore. Let's just, let's just be clear.
Or anywhere near Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, or any Chuck E. Cheese in the Miami-Dade area. No, their ban policies are per county, so you could go to all the Chuck E. Cheeses in other counties.
Just know that when you go to a Chuck E. Cheese, they stamp your arm with invisible ink so that Uncle Raimundo does not leave with you or your children.
Exactly. It's not because of any Holocaust-related practices. It's strictly to do with, what's that thing? Amber Alert.
Right.
Is it true that Amber Alert came about because some girl named Amber got taken?
Alerted?
No, I heard that's what it is. Like when there's an Amber Alert, it's because some kid is missing, and it's because one day some girl named Amber was missing. I'm just saying.
Now,
I'm sure there's a lot of kids. They needed one with a cute jingle.
Right, and she was white.
Hey, Amber Alert.
So it was. It made
right.
it.
I feel like maybe it started with Amber because she was probably the first one. We're like, you know what? Maybe we should start having these alert systems when a child is lost.
Maybe we should try to find them when they're missing.
So when did Amber Alert come about? Like that's fairly recent. I don't remember there being Amber Alert before.
I don't know. I don't remember a day without the Amber Alert. I actually don't remember the day with the Amber Alert. So I just heard it somewhere said. To be honest, I'm not even sure what an Amber Alert is. Like, is it come to your phone? Like, is it like a news thing?
It does. It's really loud, and I really don't know what to do with it, and I try and dismiss it as fast as possible. Typically, because they never happen in my community, and
What does it
like
happen?
they'll give you the alert if it's happening in another county and still in the same state.
Yeah.
So they give you an alert, and what
It'll
it
say
sounds?
like,
It sounds.
Yeah, it's an alarm that just goes off on your phone,
What the
Like
fuck?
imagine.
and it'll
Like
say, yeah,
That's
an
crazy.
intrusive alarm that just starts blaring loud as hell, saying Samantha from Polk County, 7 years old, is missing in a black Camry, whatever.
Kiko, imagine the world is ending or aliens are invading. The alert sound that your phone would make. That's the sound that it makes for an Amber Alert.
And this shit could go off in the middle of the night.
Anytime.
So like if
When
you're sleeping, it will override your phone's notification settings and will blow up and wake you up in the middle of the night because Samantha from Tallahassee is missing.
Correct.
Okay, that's pretty. Maybe that's not.
You know what
alert.
doesn't get enough attention though? Silver alerts.
What are those?
Silver alerts is when an old person is missing, or it's like took a car. Yeah, I guess missing in general. They went out for a walk and never came back. Went on a car and never came back.
And that's fucked, right? That's like a little bit of a discrimination there. You know, like why don't
Right.
we care? Why don't we care about
They're equally
Martha?
important.
You know, why don't we care about Martha? Because she's got just a few years left. Like, she's as valuable as anyone.
Right. She's contributed a lot more.
Yeah, she paid her taxes. Fucking Samantha, all she's done is, be a headache to her mom and dad. I'm just saying.
She gets a whole alarm system.
And she gets a whole alarm system that wakes up Adrian in Miami, 7,000 miles away. I say miles because of the American reference.
I'm sure the Silver Alert came about after the Amber Alert, not before.
Yeah, that's when John Silver got lost and never came back. They're like, yo, we need to make an alert. John Silver. Okay,
Well, let's not be intrusive about it.
let's leave it on their spam inbox. Only for their email buff will find it. Let's say it on the noon news, not in the morning, not in the evening, in the noon.
Another lesson. Sorry.
On the paper.
like a pigeon carrier.
Like for the Silver Alert, you just put a poster at Walmart when you go in. And you say, Miss Johnson is missing. She went to Cold Stones and never came back. She's in the new Netflix documentary Unsolved Mysteries.
Cold case.
Cold case at Cold Stones. Boom. And there's some cool clothes like the boys. Nah, that's crazy though. Silver Alert. Are there other alerts I should be aware of?
There's also a lesser known Purple Alert.
Oh.
What's that one?
What is that, John?
When they're giving out Kool-Aid at a certain location. It's a purple drink.
The lesser known Purple Alert. It's people who are like mentally disabled or like escape, they escape like one of those like community group homes, something like that, and they're out on the street without like guidance.
Right.
Yeah. And then they say, "Oh, look, this person's out there. Looks kind of."
That one should fucking blow up your phone. Fucking Timmy's out there without medication, and he don't give a fuck. Timmy killed his brother when he was
and
7.
7 personalities.
You know what I mean? Timmy don't give a fuck. No, I mean, he's a sweet kid. Don't get me wrong.
as Timmy, but when he turns into Tom,
well, yeah, he did murder his brother with a spoon. So you tell me, we might want to have a heavier alert. It should be the Timmy alert.
I would have never known about this alert.
Yeah, no, but I mean, at the end of the day, we bring awareness, right, to the community. So yeah, if you ever get get your phone, go to notifications, purple alerts, put the highest priority. Because that's some...
iPhone hides them on purpose.
Yeah, there's also the brown alert.
I don't know if you're being real anymore at this stage. What is it when
not what I can't say.
when a new wave of immigrants came through?
I can't say that one.
That's fun.
Oh man.
All right, well, thank you guys for tuning in today. It's been a great one. We have the whole crew. I mean, we got Adrian being nimble, running around the house, hiding from his kids, and DJ BJ also has his nieces and stuff.
There's no way for me to hide.
He can't hide. For the people out there, let us know what you think about the problems that you might have. How do you tell friends? How much do you tell them? How much do you bother people? And how much do you like to be bothered with other people's problems? Pirate Bay, Napster, we're on Spotify, iTunes. We're everywhere. I mean, it's hard to find us.
Tidal
is a new one.
X
videos, we're out there.
That's the Patreon.
That's the Patreon.
You gotta pay for that one.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Adrian, DJ BJ, keep it real, keep it gangster. Peace.